Hi Neil, thanks for sending the footage across. Look like you're doing some really good work in regards to your swing within the stack and tilt swing pattern. It was just a few quick notes here in regards to changes or things in your swing that you may want to look at. Initially, if we look at it from down the line, we can see, even though this angle is a little bit skewed, for future reference, if you do send me some footage down the line, you can get the person to stand more in line with the body. It just gives us a more accurate impression of what's going on. However, we can see as you do take the club back, there tends to be a little rolling of the club inside. So at this point here, set you down a frame, the club is a little bit too much behind you. So in other words, the club is rolled in a little bit too much, but we can work on that as we go. So you might want to feel that the club is staying out in front of you for a little bit longer. One way you can get that sensation is to try to maintain this angle here for a little bit longer. We tend to roll that left forearm a little bit too early, and that angle tends to flatten out. So feel that you're going to keep that angle maybe up to about waist level. The angle created in the left wrist needs to be maintained a little bit longer. In regards to the swing itself, what we're seeing here from face on is during the takeaway you're turning and extending nicely, but see how the head lifts? Now when the head lifts, that suggests that we're not left tilting sufficiently to offset the standing up. So if we look at it from down the line, we're going to see, take the club away, club rolls a little bit inside, head starts to drift up. So if we look at the line here now on the spine, and we compare that to the inclination we had at address, you can see how that's different. We've got taller and more upright with the spine. So what we need to do is we need to left tilt a little bit more. So remember what we're seeing here, we're seeing a left tilt turn through 90 degrees. So when videoing your swing, if you start to see what you're seeing here, where we're standing up while staying centered, then we're extending and turning but not left tilting at the correct rate. So remember, your left tilt at this point in the swing is actually down towards the ball rather than towards the target. So we need to left tilt. Feel that that left shoulder is working down a little bit more towards the ball. That may also help you with your takeaway, but certainly need to work with the head up against the wall, trying to stabilize the upper centers to give you a nice feel for turning, left tilting and extending at the correct rate. And you can imagine from face on, if your head was now up against a wall, as you took the club back, it wouldn't really move from side to side, but it would slide up the wall. So the idea is to keep everything inside that box. The way you do that is to tilt down towards the ball more, which is your left tilt. So a little bit more left tilt at that point. Then we'll look at it from down the line. We get a little bit stuck if we watch the head. We extend too early from that top of the backswing position. The hips come in, so the backside moving in from that line. Head drifts further away, and as that happens, the right shoulder drops back. If we look at it from face on, right shoulder dropping back a little bit as we come into this position here at P6. A little bit too much tilt on the shoulders at that point, which means that we've now got to throw that right arm at the ball in order to reach it, which gets that club passing your hands. You can see the left arm bending there in an attempt to stop that club digging in the ground. So what I strongly suggest is you work a lot with your head up against a wall. If doing it correctly, when viewed from down the line, the head would stay on this line here throughout the swing. That would mean that we're turning, left tilting and extending at the correct rate, but then that would also mean that from P4 to P6, so from the top of the backswing to just before impact at waist level, we maintain our inclination to the ground. So you can see the head slides up, then the backside comes away, the head drifts away from that wall as the hips work in towards the ball, right shoulder drops down. We've now running the risk of catching it heavy, and in an attempt to reach the golf ball, you see the right arm running out too quick. Club passes your hands, left elbow bends just to accommodate what we're doing. So a little bit of work on your takeaway, a little bit of work on your left tilt, but a lot of work on maintaining the stability of your head during the swing. Great exercise for that. Pop the head up against the wall, set yourself up, arms in front of you. You don't need a golf club for it, and just get the sensation of stabilising the whole thing on the way through. Good luck with it, and I look forward to receiving videos from you in the future. Well done.